No, this nigga look like he finna piss his drawers. There's no way he can be in World War III. Him right here, he can't join World War III. He's finna piss himself. I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to see what my brothers and sisters finna go through in World War III and how they finna prepare, because I'm not gonna be there. I'm ready to be in jail or I'm gonna be kicking my feet up. I'm gonna be honest. Let's get straight to it.
Why are you moving? Why are you moving?
Niggas got a school shooter? That's the first.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
This is
Do they just get straight school shooters to go to World War III? I mean, to go to the army? I mean, that's a good
Army boot
jail or
camp.
army. Well, these are
Before
straight
they
school
join
shooters.
the United States Army, all recruits have to graduate from a 22-week program known as One Station Unit Training, also known as OSUT.
Let that shit fly. Okay.
It happens here at Fort Benning, a 182,000-acre military installation that straddles the Alabama-Georgia border about 100 miles southwest of Atlanta.
Okay.
Every year, more than
Bro, that's a
18,000
Lester.
soldiers graduate before joining the more than 470,000 people actively serving in the Army.
13, 14, 15.
Yes, sir.
Although most of the recruits that we saw during our time there were male, recruits trained together in
He don't look like a
gender-integrated
school shooter.
platoons.
These young men and women that volunteer to serve,
She look like
they
she
show
got
up to
bullied.
us as civilians, and then we take them through a transformative process to turn them into soldiers.
He look like he got bullied. I'm just being
And
honest.
you stay in position of attention.
On a rain-soaked week in February, we spent 4 days inside the Army's Maneuver Center of Excellence,
That's what I like to hear.
which trains soldiers to serve in the infantry and armor branches.
That's what I like
We
to
saw
hear.
different
Get down
companies
and dirty.
at various stages of training.
And we gonna beat them Russian niggas. Look!
Arrive at the day one.
That's straight school. Look, that's a school shooter. No. That nigga's a school shooter or a bully. This nigga right here, he looked like he was cool. He might get bullied. He looked like a Habibi.
Infantry recruits on a bus from the
He looked like a
Atlanta
Lester.
airport arrive at the 30th AG Battalion headquarters.
Who is these
where
niggas
all new
protecting my
recruits are
country?
received.
Listen up. You ain't got one here for you at this point. Is yes,
Hold
no,
on, let's
no,
see.
no.
Let's see. Okay. He look okay. He don't got nothing to lose right here. Him right here, you can see it out in his face. He has nothing to lose. This brother is a very dangerous man. He's a very dangerous man. He might go in and blow some shit up. I'm gonna be honest. This nigga right here, he might snake his homie to live. I'm gonna be honest. If he get captured, he got nothing to lose. His girl left him. He got nothing to lose. He looked like he might be a bitch at first, but once he start working out and shit, he gonna become a genius. I'm just saying.
Army is 17, and the
That's
maximum
crazy.
age is 35. The base salary
Damn.
for an entry-level private is about
You
$20,000.
hear that?
a year.
17.
Let's go.
You could be in high school and join the military. You could be in World War
Once they're
III.
off the bus, the first order of business is establishing the code of conduct.
What the No, this nigga look like he finna piss his drawers. There's no way he can be in World War III. Him right here, he can't join World War III. He's finna piss himself. He look pretty normal.
'Cause I
He got
promise,
nothing to lose.
If you don't pay attention to what I'm about to tell you, you're going to make your army career very short. You treat everybody with dignity and respect, regardless
Yes, sir.
of race, religion, color, national origin, gender, sexual orientation, and all other protected categories. Yes? Yes!
I'm an American.
Sexual assault is any unwanted physical contact in a sexual nature. So if you put your hands on another individual and you're not instructed to or you're not saving their life, and they file a sexual assault, and it comes down that you put your hands on this individual when you weren't supposed to, that is going to be on you. You will get kicked out of the military.
Okay.
And then you'll probably
I'm glad they don't condone the gay shit in the military.
have to file
Stop
as a
that
registered
agenda.
sex offender. Do you understand?
Before they go inside,
Okay.
the new
He-
recruits
okay.
learn some
They look like they
basic
could.
commands and
Nigga, I thought you said niggas couldn't be 35.
Before they go inside, the new recruits learn some basic commands
That nigga like
and
38.
standing positions.
Hut training time. Everyone look down at their toes. You should be able to fit a slice of pizza in between your toes. If you look around, they're gonna see you, cause you're taller than everyone else! Quick!
Nigga, you ain't screaming in my face like that. Get your bitch ass out of here.
It's all the same!
The recruits grab the snack that's waiting for them inside.
That nigga,
consisting
that ain't-
of a fruit cup, sunflower seeds, a granola bar, and a juice box.
Watch the video, remain silent.
Niggas at school?
The Army has been the bearer of our nation's strength. in
I'm
every
telling
war
you,
conflict.
this
Making no
shit is
mistake about it,
crazy.
their journey
The
to
world
war
we live
embarking
in.
upon will not be easy.
Nah, that's
We wouldn't
crazy
be here
as
if we didn't
fuck.
think we couldn't meet the challenge.
This nigga right here looks like this ain't the shit I joined for. Look at him. He's going back home. I'm be honest. He don't got nothing to lose. I'm telling this nigga is that very dangerous man. This nigga might be general. He might be a Navy SEAL by the
Listen
time
up
he
for your
done.
last 4 year social.
He might be a Navy
After
SEAL by
being
the time he done.
welcomed, recruits begin what's known as processing, which can take 1 to 2 weeks before their actual training begins.
In a little bit, we're giving you a period to go in a room by yourself.
First, they're given one last chance to discreetly dispose of prohibited contraband like drugs, alcohol, tobacco, and inappropriate photographs.
If any photo you possess on your phone is less than a bathing suit, you will not have it. You will delete them all.
So
Recruits get rid of
Some
contraband
nudes?
in an amnesty room, where they dispose of it by throwing it down a metal chute.
Is anybody confused on what you can and cannot have?
what could you not have?
The next morning, the recruits report to the barber shop.
Like, I never got that. Why can't the nigga look Chinese? Why can't the nigga have black hair? Why do he gotta be bald? That shit makes no
where
sense.
One barber has worked at Fort Benning for almost 60
That
years.
nigga got no
Been
skills.
here
He
ever
just,
since
he just
1963.
he just shaved heads.
I should have been retired a long time ago, but I wake up in the morning now, I be wanting to come out here and go to work.
Recruits are issued uniforms. They receive a series of immunizations and
What the-
vaccines,
The vaccine!
and get their official photo taken, along with myriad housekeeping details that fill up their 1 to 2
Shit.
week stay in processing.
Hey, sit up straight.
I can't tell.
That
That nigga, I don't know if this the nigga that don't got nothing to lose. I know who he
until
look like.
processing ends, and the time for training finally arrives.
Let's go. Grab your bags and go.
We found a company of recruits about to begin training in the
I
armor
ain't
school.
gonna lie. I'll be a god.
These recruits are about to be picked up
Nigga.
and taken to their barracks, where they'll reside for the rest of their training.
Let's go. You guys are going to the front bus. Go.
This is the last chance for recruits to change their minds before training begins.
Change your
Like
mind.
one recruit who decided to stay behind.
Change-
Next is known as the shark attack.
Run. Run. At no time will you walk.
In the
You will
rain?
run. Everywhere you freaking go. Go. Run. Run.
In the
Did they say what? Get your bags up right now. Get your bags up.
This way. Let's go. You're a tough guy. Don't move. Do something. Do something.
nigga, bitch, pussy. Man. Still off that nigga.
He just said it.
Well, it's really just a little shock to the system so we can
You ain't
break them
be
down and
honest.
build them back
Back up. Your breath stinks.
Shut up. Shut the hell up.
We're breaking a lot of
This nigga look like a Eugene.
habits from the civilian world, and nothing better than a little shock to the system.
Well, all
to
these niggas got bumps
establish
on their
that that
face.
drill sergeant is in charge to let us start our training.
Pick up your bag and hold it.
The recruits spend much of the shark attack holding their heavy rucksacks above their heads,
Over your head.
which takes a physical toll.
Why is that so difficult? You can't pick that bag up. You decided to join the army and you can't pick that
A
bag up.
nigga like me, bro, I do that shit on a daily. These are chesters, bro. That's why he can't pick the bag up. You niggas need to go get them fucking bodybuilders. That's just bodybuilding their whole life.
Why is that so difficult?
Fucking bodybuilders. Instead of getting school shooters.
You decided
They
to
shoot
join the army
guns.
and you can't pick that bag up.
Yes, they shoot. Look, he's a chester, bro. Let's be honest.
After
He's a
about
Chester.
20 minutes,
Look at
the
him.
intensity begins to subside. And the drill sergeant's tone changes
We only produce the best soldiers in the United States Army.
before training officially begins.
Yes, sir.
After the shock
Okay.
and awe of the shark attack, things do appear to calm down.
Okay, niggas got done with their training though. Niggas got done with their training. Now they think they finna go blick some
Found
shit.
This group of infantry soldiers in week 11 of their training, practicing on the firing range. The mood was much more relaxed,
Try to get ate up on my level.
and their conversations with their drill sergeants are conducted at normal volumes. Like when this drill sergeant educated the recruits on the meaning of the military expression, "ate up."
Is a piece of ate up gum good? You don't want something that's ate up, right? You want something fresh. You break the seal, smells like olive oil, right? Okay.
That dynamic changes.
I don't like how he
because
talk.
We want the soldiers to become
He
more
talk like he's
critical
talking
thinkers.
down to them.
At that point,
Any black
we
people
are
over there?
turning into more coaches and mentors. We dial it back a little bit, so we don't want them frightened. We want them to be
Okay.
comfortable and in a
Well,
state
you're
of
not black,
mind
but
that
you're
is
half-breed.
receptive to learning and performing at that level.
Up to 241 hours of infantry OSIT are devoted to marksmanship, where recruits fire about 2,500 rounds using the M4 carbine, as well as the M249 squad automatic weapon, or
MG.
SAW.
We
MG.
create lethality. We create
Niggas
expert
got that
marksmen
MG.
at their individual weapons, because as an infantry soldier, that's what we're asking them to do.
Recruits get one of the most painful parts of training out of the way early.
Once we check your seal, you will not touch your ProMat.
This group of infantry recruits was exposed to CS gas, or tear gas, in week 1 of their training.
Yeah.
Continue to file in until we tell you to stop. You're gonna place your back against the wall.
The recruits spend about 5 minutes inside the gas hut.
Nigga, is this the Holocaust?
Upon
I ain't trying to be
exiting the gas
bogus.
hut, the
What the fuck? This shit illegal.
recruits spend about 5
Batman
minutes
trained harder,
inside
though,
the gas
so.
hut. Upon
Nigga, y'all hit
exiting
on
the
my
gas
ass.
hut, the recruits are told to flap their arms like birds to remove excess gas from their uniforms. According to a drill sergeant, the effects of the gas begin to wear off after about 4 minutes. Some training moves indoors,
Pause.
like combatives, where recruits learn
Nigga! No, that's the gayest shit I ever seen in my
indoors,
life.
Like combatives.
That's the
where
gayest
recruits
shit I
learn
seen in my life.
hand-to-hand self-defense tactics.
You're grabbing
Trying to
other
teach
men.
them,
I can't go.
Achieve
Nah.
a dominant body position.
Nah.
So get out of one negative position and then switch roles so they end up having the upper hand in a fight.
I'm not holding
During
another man.
combatives training, recruits warm up with a particularly painful-looking exercise, referred to as the EO. While laying on their backs,
Only other
they
man I
have to
ever hold in my
engage their
life was my
core
dog.
to wiggle across the entire room.
They use their momentum, shoulder blades, their core to help them create space, warm up the body.
Okay. I'm finna do that
Recruits
shit.
work up a major appetite during training. But Fort Benning is big,
Nigga, is
and they're
that
not
pizza?
always within range of the dining
Don't you
facility.
niggas gotta eat healthy?
When they're training in the field, recruits are issued
gotta eat
MREs,
bread.
which stands for Meal Ready to Eat. Each comes with an entree, like this vegetarian pasta with taco sauce, along with an assortment of items, like mixed fruit, an energy bar, and this instant French vanilla cappuccino. Recruits just add water, shake it up, and enjoy. Once they're fortified, recruits return to their training.
That's a Chester.
Recruits spend up to 60 hours in training known as MOUT, which stands
That
for
ain't bad.
Military Operations in Urban Terrain.
Batman's 50,000. I'm just saying.
Infantrymen are expected to fight in different types of terrain and survive and win the fight. Right now, they are getting their first taste of what that's like in an urban environment.
Rolling T. All right, coming up.
In operations across Afghanistan, Iraq, we are conducting clearance operations, and it's applicable wherever we go.
Boom.
It's
Trigger.
important for the future soldiers' muscle memory because they are working as a team with minimal communication, and they have to understand how that coordination works together.
Trigger.
After 22 weeks of training, these infantrymen are ready to leave Fort Benning. Friends and family gather to watch their soldiers graduate on Inouye Field.
They look like soldiers, they act like soldiers, they're carrying their head high. I have trainees
Niggas don't
that
look
were
like-
not alive when 9/11 happened. I think that's pretty powerful, that I still can find American citizens that want to volunteer to serve their country when we continue to ask them to go to combat.
These some brave souls.
These new infantrymen don't have long to greet their loved ones.
That's what I'm saying. It's a...
Or say goodbye to their friends before leaving Fort Benning to begin their service in the United States Army.
Wow. This is very powerful. That's it for this reaction video. If you want any more reaction videos like this, let me know down in the comments down below. Let me know what else you want to react to. If that's it, we out.